Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michael Lee. Well, this is most of the common name, right? Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the redesigned SAT, mostly the mathematical part, the math part, all right? But I'm going to introduce the English change too, because, well, when we talk about redesigned SAT, basically the platform, the outlooking, the appearances, and layout, even perhaps the contents of the question will be changed. So we should know that in advance. Let's see the first slide. Yeah, I said I'm going to talk about it. So first of all, it's appearances. What appearances you will notice? The first thing is they changed it to rise-only scoring. So what that mean? It means you can try to give it a best shot. If you think this answer is possible, just grade in, just mark it, because they no longer have deduction, no penalty, right? Well, I think this is a very good feature because SAT rival, ACT, they never deduct people's point when they try, right? I think that's the reason they changed this. The second part is the test format. Well, test format actually is rather complex. Well, they changed the number of questions, timing, sections. What the section about? Well, we will discuss that in detail later. Well, the third thing is the scoring, all right? The score reporting is totally changed. They not only give you the total score, they give you a deeper analysis. ACT try to tell the college admission officer what the potential this student has, that kind of things. We will see some of the detail. Well, next one is the contents. Well, as a math teacher, I probably will talk math only, all right? English part, I think somebody will take over later. All right, take a look at this chart. We can see the first, on the top, this is composite score. Composite score basically means it gives you the total score as usual. In the past, we have 2,400 as the total score, but right now you only have 1,600. This is a big change. Well, among the 1,600 score, well, they separate into two sections. One is English, one is math. English, they don't call that English, they call that evidence-based reading and writing. Sounds so good, right? Math is simple, see, just math, right? Well, each section or area, they give you 200 to 800 each, right? So, well, because this is kind of small, so I enlarged it. Evidence-based reading and writing, second part of the math. This is just as usual, the total number, that's all the parent care, right? Let's talk about more detail about the math changes. I'm talking about the kind of platform change, format change. Well, they have a calculator part. Not before, they only have, all parts allow, calculator allow for all parts. But right now, there's a part of the math allow calculator that consists of 38 questions in 55 minutes. Not bad, right? And the second part is no calculator part, 20 questions in 25 minutes. All right? So, right now, if you, what happened? All right, anyway, total we have 58 math questions. Total time is 18 minutes. Well, before, do you remember before how many questions we have? We have 54 questions. How much time we have to finish them? 70 minutes. So looks like, they give you some time to work on the problem. Indeed, because a lot of students was complaining, I cannot finish it. I cannot finish in time. I cannot double check. Right now, those problems will be taken care of. You have longer time, all right? Well, if you want to view it from different angle, well, for example, I care how many multiple choice, because I'm not really strong, but I can give it my best shot, right? I really care about this one. So this one, they give you 45 questions in total. Well, each one has 4 options. You choose one. You guess wrong, no penalty. Yeah, that's really good. The other 13 questions is grid-in questions. That means you really have to work on it because you cannot guess anymore. All right. Oh, let's see. What's the next one? I'm not sure. Oh, so let's talk about the test. Individual tests. We have reading test, writing and language, math test. 3 sections, right? Well, those 3 sections, well, each will give you 10 to 40 point or index point each. What the index point means? So we already have the total score. I think the parents is happy about that already. Why we need those things? I think the SAT or College Board is trying to use this index to influence the college administration officer, to admission officer to make a proper decision and clear view about this student. Right? Basically, that's that. All right. Well, is there anything we can do about it at this point? Probably not too much, because the system is the system. So they are going to grade this way. They are just follow it, right? Oh, there's another additional part called the essay writing. Essay writing, ACT doesn't. Well, essay writing in ACT is optional. Now, congratulations. The good news is in SAT it will be optional too. Right? But I still have to mention this because some of the students are really good writers. Right? Additional essay writing scores, how do they grade it? Reading part, 2 to 8 points. Analysis, 2 to 8 points. Writing, 2 to 8 points. Well, those things are rated. Each section is rated by 2 graders. Each grader will give them 1 to 4 points. Then at the end, they add them up. All right, I think this is really fair, right? Oh, followed by this, you can see they have a cross-test section. Well, at this point, what we can do is already done. Right now, SAT or College Board just take whatever from your answers. They do further analysis, try to tell college admission officer, hey, this student is good in science, or this student is good in history, literature, maybe marketing style, that kind of things. All right. Well, I do not know which question goes to which category, but this is the behind, it's all work behind. I'm not really sure. And also, I'm not really sure whether the college will accept this or not, because it makes it too complex. Right? It's really hard to make a decision now. Anyway, just follow the system. Well, this one say 2 cross test sector, 10 to 40 each. Analysis in science, analysis in history, and the social studies. Now, let's see the other part. Oh, take a look at this circle. This one is a kind of detail talking about the sections in the English test. The English test has 4 sectors, 4 subscores. Well, it consists of expressions of ideas, standard English conversations, relevant words in content, command of evidence. I think the English teacher can explain this better. Yeah, to me is all the English questions will fall into one or more of the sectors. Right? Eventually, they give you the proper index, 10 to 40 each sector. Well, those things doesn't influence. Your grade is, you already got your grade. This is the further index. There's no, you don't have to worry about this part because this is analysis is done by College Board. So let's talk about the math part. Math part has 4 subsectors. Well, but only 3 will be reported as a subsector score. The other will be reported in general score. Well, the 3 will be reported is the heart of algebra. Passport to advanced math, problem solving and the data analysis. Wow, sounds so good, all right? But when you dig into the question, you will realize it's very simple. Just basically just algebra, all right? Okay, let's talk about this in detail to convince you. First, I would like to introduce heart of algebra. Of course, the keyword is algebra. You know the algebra. They talk about expression, equations, inequalities, formulas, problem solving. Oh, the big keyword, problem solving. Everybody hates it, right? Yeah, I know that, right? Well, definitely this is in Algebra 2 category. Don't worry about it. Just Algebra 2, regular strength, I think. Wow, the second one is called Passport to Advanced Mathematics. I personally won't call that advanced mathematics because it only handles the quadratic equations, high order equations, polynomial, and problem solving. I don't know where the advanced come from, right? But anyway, it still falls into the Algebra 2 category. All right? Let's see. The third one, problem solving and the data analysis. This is a little bit trickier, right? But anyway, well, they handle ratio, rates, units, proportion, percentage, blah, blah, blah. Oh, most importantly, graphs and quantitative data. They are going to see whether you can extract the data from the given information to do a proper analysis. But remember, time is limited. Those questions should be really simple. Don't worry about that. It's still Algebra 2, right? Let's see. I mentioned there's one part. It's never reported in subsectors. Which part? It's this part. It's called I give you that so quickly. Additional topic in math. Well, this one only report in general score. Well, it handles area, volume, angles, triangles, circle. Well, up to here is talk about geometry. It covers the 3D geometry now. 3D geometry, all right, be careful. Because in the past, the SAT only barely touched the middle part of the geometry, but right now it's a completed whole book. You will be tested. And most damaging is the trigonometry. They are going to introduce trigonometry in the test, right? If you learn from the right person, trigonometry is not a problem, right? Don't worry about it. Well, definitely the key words, Algebra 2 with trig, all right? Again, because the time is really limited during the test, they cannot give you really, really complex questions. Yeah, they probably just brush it here, brush it there a little bit, right? If you practice normally, I think it should be no problem. Since we talk about all those things already, but right now I can kind of confused. I don't know the redesigned ACT math, how wide it will be, how deep it will be. Let's talk about the width and the depths of this redesign. But first we look at the surroundings. What can they do about it? Can they do anything about it? Let me see. So on top, there's an ACT 2 subject test, math level 2. We call that ACT 2 math. It sits there. Well, this one covers pre-calculus, math analysis, probably the first half of the book. It sits there. It's a standard. And there's an SAT subject test level 1. Well, nobody really uses this one, but this test still exists. I heard in Asian country, a lot of people taking this one instead of the higher one. But anyway, this test is going to stay. So this one covers the full Algebra 2 trigonometry. Full Algebra 2 trigonometry. Let's see the SAT's rival, ACT. ACT covers Algebra 2 trig, but the regular string. Regular. It's not really deep. So guess what? What can the SAT math, well, can go? But let's understand the current SAT math. Current SAT math is Algebra 2, no trig, with a plus. What the plus stand for? The plus is to talk about logic analysis, logic reasoning, kind of tricky things, and test your math sense. That kind of things. It's a little bit more than Algebra II. It tests your sense. Well, this is the current one. The new SAT will become, of course, with Algebra II and the trig. But I believe still the regular string, because the rival only at the regular string, and they have nowhere to go. So I think this will stay there, right? And still with the plus, because I personally, I totally agree with the College Board. When you deal with the math questions, math sense comes first. A lot of time you can simplify the procedure, simplify the process, get the answer easily. Maybe even make students love math, right? Anyway, the plus means very interesting part of math.